Will 5D'S save Duel Links? That is a question that a lot of us are asking ourselves every day, and the reason why a lot of us are still playing because we're trying to have any little bit of fragment of hope that it will, and that's why a lot of us are still sticking around, including myself. Me personally, I'm going to give it to you guys straight. If 5D'S is a flop, much like GX was, I will quit this game permanently. I will not come back to this game. I will probably not even play whatever game that comes after, because at that point, I'll just be at my wit's end with Konami as a company, as a game developer, and overall as any kind of business. I just don't like their business model of how they're treating the pay scale and, you know, putting things behind paywalls that shouldn't be, the non-nerfing of things that need to be nerfed, the unbalancing of things that really need to be balanced, and etc., etc. Just a lot of problems that we have day to day in the game of Duel Links that I'm just very unsatisfied as a player, as a consumer. I'm just not happy anymore. And I've really lost the passion for the game. I know I still do the league videos. I still do the event videos. I still do streams. I am trying my damnest to find some kind of hope in this game. Something to make me want to continue to play. And guys, I'm slowly slipping out of it. And I'm slipping into the dark here. I quit the game for a month. You know, a lot of you guys wanted me to come back. I tried my damnest to come back and be more positive. And it's just not working. I cannot find too much of anything positive about this game. And since I did take that month off and I came back, the game has gotten even worse. It did not improve. It's become even more just disgusting and stale meta, and PvP is still screwed up. You know, the game is still farm heavy. You know, got to grind everything out just to get crappy rewards. And now the gem nerfs on top of that. But will 5D'S turn all of that around? Will it turn my frown upside down, make me a satisfied player and customer, and make the Duel Links community more healthy and more entertaining and, you know, overall just a better place to be? My personal opinion on that is no. As much as I would like it to, as much as I'd love to see this game continue to prosper and be great like it used to way back in early 2017 when it first released globally, and even before that when it was in pre-release, the game was on fire. It was just perfect. It was a great game. It was a great game to sit down with your friends and play. It was a great game to play by yourself. It was a great game to farm. I mean, the things that we got back then, the meta, it was just all great, especially the nostalgia. A lot of us are in this game for the nostalgia, right? We're not here to play the TCG. If we wanted to do that, we would have did that before. We would have been TCG players this entire time. Granted, there are some TCG players that do play this game. That's perfectly fine. And there will be people that are coming in when 5D'S drops that'll be flocking in, excited to play Synchros because they played them in the TCG and it was one of their favorite archetypes. Or maybe they were just excited because they saw it in the anime. But I feel like the nostalgia is dying. And why is the nostalgia dying? We have meta right now that's basically Amazonis, which that won't last for too much longer. That'll probably be gone in September. So really, we have Anki that might still survive the next couple months. We're also going to have For Hire, which is just completely, utterly ridiculous, which For Hire should have never came to this game. And before that, we had Sylvans, and we also have Spellbooks. We have a lot of archetypes that are currently in the game that should not be here yet. They came way too soon. I think the big meta shift, the big power creep came really when Cyber Angels OTK was really introduced. We did have some OTK decks, and we did have some really strong decks before, but they were nothing like what Cyber Angels were when they first dropped, and then it just went down on a downhill slope. Ever since, the game overall has just went downhill. If you guys have not noticed, Steam has been losing a lot of traction, which makes me fear that maybe they're going to stop supporting the PC version of the game, even though they really wanted that to work so they can really, you know, get into esports, which I just don't see that happening because Steam are another type of player. I myself am a big PC gamer, and I can understand why a lot of people that play on PC are having frustrations because they literally just took a mobile game and slapped it and reskinned it just slightly to throw it on PC when nothing else was really changed. Plus, PC players also have to survive like a week or two with the outdated version of the game because Steam will not allow us to update it until Konami makes it a mandatory update. So there's also always a problem every time the game updates to like a new version. We're going to get disconnection problems and a lot of other plethora of problems and run into people that are on a different version because we're playing them while they're on mobile with the latest version while we don't have it. So that just creates a whole other ball game of problems that we just hate dealing with. And it's been showing a lot because the Steam stats are showing that just last month they lost 16% more players and over 45% of players in the last 6 months. So that is a huge decrease, and I don't see 5D'S really reviving that gap too much. And really, that's just going to be a temporary Band-Aid on the game anyway. But getting back to the actual point, the actual topic of today's video, will 5D'S save the game? And again, I still say no. And why is that? Because when 5D'S drops from the leaks that we've already had, which I've given you guys all here on the channel, and so has other YouTubers as well, plus Discords. So it's definitely the cat is out of the bag now. We already know what's to be expected when 5D'S drops, more or less. What we don't know is, are we going to actually get the ace monsters from some of the fan favorites, like you say, Akiza and Jack, even maybe Crow, for example. I don't know. Some of the skills are kind of leaning me towards that we may not get those as an ace. Or if we do, it's just going to be a one-of kind of situation with what they did with Espa and Jinzo, where they're making it a skill, but they will give you the card, one copy of at least. But even then, even if they gave us all of that, will synchros make the game better? No, it will not. It'll actually make it the opposite. It'll make it worse. Want to know why? Because a lot of skills that were leaked, if we even get half of those skills as just non-NPC skills, but actual skills that we can use as level rewards and stuff like that, or even just droppable skills that you have to farm for, a lot of those skills will not change most of the way the game is already being played right now. Especially thanks to the fact that Fur Hire are already in the game, and Fur Hire can already deal with the majority all of the synchros that are even coming. And then there's the fact that those same Fur Hires can even utilize some of the synchros and make their deck even stronger when they're already too broken to begin with in the game. They would need to be nerfed tremendously, much like they had to do with Cyber Angels and Sylvans, which Konami seems reluctant to even do because they're making too much money off that box set, because that box set was so free to play that almost everyone got it. So that's become a major problem. And then there's September. Early September, we're getting the new main box, which we already had the leaks for, getting Mermails and Athletes. Both of those decks are going to be meta. Both those decks are going to be extremely tilty. And there's a good chance, no, actually a great chance, that Mermail is going to take the top spot in the meta in the entire game and actually be even more cancerous than Fur Hires. Yes, guys, more cancerous possibly than Fur Hires. Now, that is just disgusting. And I really just... the game and the future of the game, especially the relatively soon future, is not looking good at all. It's looking very, very bleak, and I do not like it. And it doesn't seem like anything's going to change, and it feels like this is just going to be the same pattern that we're going to go down forever until the game eventually closes down and they release a new game that's going to, of course, take Duel Links' place, much like most game companies do after they've milked the player base. And unfortunately, with all that said, you also have the gem nerfs, like we said earlier, on top of all of that, just putting the squeeze more on the free-to-play players. Everyone that's enjoying their free-to-play Fur Hires, which is just ridiculous right now. By the way, that deck is just, it needs to be nerfed. They will not so much be able to have that much fun next month when Mermails become a thing, because it's going to be in a main box, and it's going to be probably pretty pricey because a lot of those cards are going to be SR and URs. So you're going to need to get 2 or 3 copies of each of those. So it's not going to be nowhere near as free to play as Fur Hire, but it'll be a stronger deck than Fur Hire. So therefore, a lot of players are now going to suffer because, we're going to be going through the next step of power creeping, which Konami does every so often. They give you a free-to-play meta, and then they give you a pay-to-win meta. They've been doing this back and forth since the game's first inception, before we, even started playing for a lot of you in 2017. It's just the way it's been, and it's going to continue to go this pattern, and events do not seem like they're going to be changing anytime soon. The events that we're going to be getting will probably be the same for 5D'S. It'll be roaming events. We'll have a character coming in 3 or 4 times before they become unlockable, and then they might even start nerfing all the level up rewards even further, which they started doing with Zane. Level 30, he got a card instead of 300 gems, which, by the way, is the biggest gem increase that you can get from a level up reward. They nerfed that. who's to say they're not going to start nerfing those rewards even further to put more of the squeeze on the free-to-play player base and even the casuals to make you get out the wallet if you want to continue playing and enjoying Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, because they are really trying to turn this into their cash cow and milk it as much as possible before its inevitable closure. So, unfortunately, I do not see 5D'S making a lick of a difference, just like when we were all hyped up about GX. Like, oh my god, GX are going to be bringing this and bringing that, all this new cool stuff. Cool, we were all on the hype train for about a week, and then the hype died. And that's exactly what's going to happen with 5D'S. I see nothing different. The only thing we're going to be getting is a new summoning format, but everything else will stay the same. And decks will get even worse and more broken, and Konami will continue to just ignore everyone's complaints about ranked PvP. It's still the same. It's been the same for almost ever, it feels like. And it's just grind your ass off to get minimum rewards that won't do anything, like the duelathons. Those usually give you nothing. The duelist challenges, they're giving you cards that are worthless. To pick a gift campaign, giving you rewards that are worthless. You have the World Championship Appreciation Campaign going on right now. That is literally worthless unless you're one of the lucky 1,151 people or whatever it was. That's an appreciation from Konami. Wow. The player base is still dipping. I don't know what the mobile player base actually looks like, but I could tell you one thing. 9 out of every 10 players that I play is from Japan, not anywhere else in the world, so that tells you something right there about the player base. And, of course, I already told you about the problems with Steam, where it's declining. And like I said, with the given leaks that we have for 5D'S, I am not impressed. I'm not excited. It doesn't seem like it's going to make a lick of a difference. We will see. I will try to stick around, of course, until 5D'S drops. But if it becomes another GX remake, I'm going to be out of here, guys. I'm going to be completely honest with you. There's too many better games in the world to play. Vanguard's going to be coming soon. I would love to try that on the channel. I would love to start playing some more Pokemon. Digimon Re-Rise, if it comes global, I'd love to play that again too. Destiny Knight so far has been an amazing game. That'll be coming globally, hopefully in the next few days. So I'll be bringing more content with that. I would love to start having more time to put aside to get my 5 series here on the channel that I've been trying to do for like literally the past 2 or 3 months. And Duel Links is just eating up a lot of my time personally for doing all the information on it, you know, so I can keep my channel relevant, so it'll keep growing. But guys, at the end of the day, Duel Links just is not doing it for me no more. It's not doing it probably for a lot of people, and probably the people that's watching this video, you might be second guessing why you're playing the game every day as well. I mean, I understand why a lot of us are playing. We're trying to keep the game alive in spirit, you know, in our hearts here. We're trying to just, you know, love the game and enjoy it for what it is, but it's very hard, and Konami every single day makes it even more harder, because we are realizing deep down that nothing is changing, nothing is getting better. No matter how much money we throw at Konami, no matter how many surveys we do, no matter how many times we make a rant video or complain, we cannot get anywhere with Konami, because at the end of the day, Konami is looking at the money. As long as they're making that money, they don't feel nothing needs to be changed. And from a business standpoint, I can understand why they would do that. And of course, it's not fair to the players, but we are the ones that are buying into the product, and they're the ones that are literally just bending us over and giving it to us however they want and however they see fit. So, guys, I'm telling you right now, this is more or less an early retirement video slash discussion slash mini rant, whatever you want to call it. I'm trying to keep it PG-13 as best I can, because I feel like I get my point across a little bit more when I can give you guys more, you know, relatable points instead of just screaming curse words at the screen like I have in the past. And they seem to have been doing a lot better lately doing that. So hope you guys are appreciating that. You know, the tone down, you know, from rated R down to PG-13 when I do these rant-ish videos. So I do hope you guys enjoy that. But yeah, like, I just don't see 5D'S making a difference. If you guys disagree, let me know in the comment section below. I'll be glad to read all the comments I possibly can. My voice is starting to go, as you guys can tell. But I just wanted to make this video because I do not feel that anything is going to change and nothing is going to get better. And right now, I feel like I'm just on borrowed time with Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, as is a lot of other people, I assume. We're just waiting for 5D'S to drop to basically put the pin in the cushion, you know, to put the nail down, whatever you want to call it, you know. put the fork in me, I'm done, that kind of thing. It seems like that is what we're all waiting for at this point. We're all just waiting to basically dig our own graves and get out of here. I don't know. But we'll see what Konami's going to do when 5D'S does drop. But like I said, with all the information that we already have and what we can assume from the past that Konami's been running their games and how they've been handling Duel Links for nearly 2 years now, nothing has gotten better. It's only gotten worse. It's going way, way downhill. And there's just too many other great things to play out there, guys. There's too many other cool things I could do on the channel. And if I didn't have Duel Links weighing me down, there's a lot of things I could do. And by the way, guys, when I was gone for that 1 month, I felt like a free spirit. I felt like I was Goku and I was just carefree, no worry in the world. I could do anything. And, I just felt more passionate about my content. I feel more passionate about all the content that I do right now that's really non-Duel Links. Because Duel Links, I feel like I forced myself to do it for the channel, to keep the channel growing, because for whatever reason, no other content I put on the channel, I can't really get too many people to watch it. I feel like too many people are way too addicted and way too, just absorbed with Duel Links that they won't even try anything else or look at anything else. So hopefully when you see this video, you might change your mind about that and start watching some of the other content I'm trying to bring to you guys, because I do want you guys to stick around, but I just don't know how much longer I can handle Duel Links and the way that it's treating the player base overall and the changes they refuse to make for whatever reason, be it financial or just out of stupidity or laziness. I have no idea, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video nonetheless. If you disagree or agree with me, let me know in the comment section below. But above all else, please go ahead and hit that like button if you do, and subscribe if you're new. As always, we're going to still be bringing content here. The channel's not going anywhere, but Duel Links might be. I don't know. We'll see when 5D'S drops. That's kind of my timeline right now with Duel Links. I'm going to give it till then to see if they do make a big leap forward and make big changes that need to be made. Otherwise, if it is a GX remake, I'm going to get my butt on out of here and probably move on over to some other content that will actually be more exciting and be more passionate about making. And I will be trying out some Vanguard, maybe some Pokemon TCG. I'll bring that back. I don't know. I just feel like a lot of these other games are just so much better than Duel Links right now. And I know a lot of you may not want to hear that, and I've been one of the biggest fanboys for the game, but I've also been one of the biggest realists when it comes to the problems that Konami's been dealing with and how they've been treating the player base. So, I've always been the big rant guy. People make jokes and make fun of me saying I'm Rant Impact, whatever. You can call me whatever you want. But at the end of the day, I have never lied to you guys. I tell you what's up. I tell you how this game has treated you. If you don't want to hear it, that's not my problem. But I'm going to at least tell the people who want to listen, who want to hear, and can see it for themselves every single day. And they're just looking for that somebody to say something about it, because I'm using my platform to do so, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm a realist. I'm 100% with you guys, 110% with you guys. Always will be, always have been. It's just the way we're going to move forward. And if I got to bring in other content and just keep spamming it on the channel until hopefully people start looking at it, whatever, I'll do what I got to do to keep the channel alive. But I'm not going to sit here and sacrifice my day-to-day life on Duel Links if it's going to keep treating me like this and treating other players like that. I'm just not down with that, and I'm just very unsatisfied. And I hope you guys can realize and understand where I'm coming from. I know a lot of you may not want to hear that, like I said, but it is the truth. And, I'm bringing it to you guys full force. Take it how you want to take it. Take it or leave it, That's fine with me. I love you guys all so much, as always, for watching the channel and being here. And I just hope you guys can understand. But, yeah, that's my timeline right now, guys. Till 5D'S, that's the biggest question. Will 5D'S save Duel Links? I mean, like I said, I just don't see it. But I'm curious what you guys think. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Make sure you join us in the Discord in the description below. Maybe I'll play some Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro. Screw Duel Links. I don't know. We'll see. Hope you guys enjoyed, though, as always. And I'll catch you guys later. Until next time. Peace.